many of the books you read on purpose are wrong. You wrong from the first page. Because first and foremost, there is an obsession about your purpose, and that is wrong. As I'm going to show you, what the Bible emphasizes is God's purpose. And it is your relevance in that purpose, your alignment with that purpose that makes you relevant, not the other way around.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Get ready for transformation as we dive into God's Word. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Let me break it down. Something very interesting happened in Joshua chapter 5. Some of you know the story. Joshua and his army, they are fighting, and all of a sudden, they see a soldier, a strong soldier, standing with his sword drawn. And Joshua goes and confronts him, and he says, "Are you for us or against us?" Now, we know that this is the Lord's angel, the angel of the Lord. Why didn't he just say, "I am for you"? That's not what he said. I think verse 13, Joshua chapter 5. "Are you for us or against us?" And he said, "Neither." You see, when I preached this for the first time, I could see in people's faces the surprise when I said, God is not on your side. God is a God-centered God, concerned about his ultimate purpose, and you make yourself relevant by aligning yourself with that purpose. Don't just start thinking of what you want to do with your life and ask God to bless your hustle. That's what a lot of charismatics understand. That's what they try to do. That's not what Abraham did. God called Abraham in the cool of the day. Said, "Look at the stars, see if you can count it. That's how many children I will give you." Abraham believed God, aligned himself with God's vision. And he entered into this effortless rhythm of grace. So it begins with this. Listen, and consider this. Some of those your lofty plans, you have to tear them, throw them in the trash can. Start afresh and say, "God, what are you doing in this generation?" Because like I told you, the books on purpose deceived you. You have been trying to discover your purpose. That's the first mistake. The text says, we know that all things work together for good to those that love God and to those who are called according to what? His purpose. What is God doing? The moment you are relevant to what God is doing, it becomes easy. And so what I'm telling you is the first step to purpose is to drop your own ideas and take your bearing behind the plan of God. As simple as this is, a lot of people don't know it. They are wrong from the first step. How to discover my purpose? You are wrong. It's not about you. What is God doing? I gave an illustration in the first service. Pastor Thomas, bring your chair. I hope this helps someone. At least you're catching my drift now, right? Because I lost many people in the first few minutes. This is what a lot of Christians are doing. Just imagine that this was a novel idea. You had never seen anything like this. You had never heard the word chair before. You're wondering what this is. You're observing it. It has 4 legs. Is it a horse? What is this? What does it do? And here is the person who made this thing. This is the brain behind the innovation. This is the one who created this. What a lot of Christians do is to come to the chair and say, "So what do you do? Tell me what you do. What is your function?" And the person who made it is here. What should you do? You should ask him, "Oh, this is your invention. What does it do? What is the purpose for this?" And he will tell you, "Oh, it's a chair. It's for sitting." What I'm here to tell you is this. If you want to discover the purpose of a chair, don't ask the chair, ask the carpenter. Are you getting what I'm saying? A lot of people, to discover their purpose, they look inward. No, don't look inward. Look upward. God, what is your plan? What are you trying to do? The moment you align yourself, you have the privilege to come into the throne room of God and hear God say, "Whom shall I send? Who will go for me?" The moment you say, "Here I am," you will see a level of grace and ease that you have not seen before. Then the Bible stories will begin to make sense to you. That is when you realize that the Jews did not see all those miracles because they were faithful. God called them a stiff-necked generation. See, they were standing in front of the Red Sea and murmuring, and the miracle still happened. The Red Sea parted. So maybe you are fasting and praying because in the first place, instead of doing what God is blessing, you are trying to get God to bless what you are doing. Do you understand the difference? Thank you very much. You can take it back. That's the difference. When you understand the concept of his purpose, the indifference of Abraham. Abraham is even persuading God. Left to Abraham, he's like, let Ishmael live before you. God is saying, no, I will give you children. That's God's plan. God's plan enjoys God's resources. Say that with me. Say, God's plan enjoys God's resources. This is the difference. It makes all the difference. Look at all the angels, for instance. You know, there is something very deep about the names of angels. Gabriel. What is El? That's God, right? Michael, Gabriel, they take their bearing from God. They take their bearing from God. He's the very essence of their life. When God sends an angel knows he's a messenger. I'm not here for my own interest. In fact, all the angels that fell, it was because they tried to be innovative. Why can't I be free? Why human beings have wives? Why can't I have wives? Remember Genesis 6? So an angel is a messenger. I've taught you this before. They were the first to image God in that sense. And you know what is interesting? I think one of the ways to understand your job description is to look at angels. Interestingly, the pastors of the 7 churches in Revelations were called angels, were they not? Because there is a sense to which we are messengers. What if you carry that errand consciousness? I'm here on an errand. It changes everything. So now, I want to know what the person who sent me wants to do. And I only do what he has asked me to do. When you do that, there will be a drastic difference in the result of your life. You begin to understand what Paul said when he says, thanks be to God, who always causes us to triumph in Christ. See, when you do what God has asked you to do, things get easy. Do you understand what I'm saying? Thou art worthy, O Lord, to receive glory, honor, and power. You have created all things for your pleasure. They are and were created. That's the beginning of purpose. Thank God for your gifts, your callings. I've taught you this, that your gifts can be a hint to your purpose. But that also can be misleading. Take your bearing first from God. Go and ask Him. I know you are a prayer champion. You've been praying, things have not moved. And they've told you that if you pray harder, you can move the hand of God. But your mates are moving with God, not moving the hand of God. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you take your surfboard to the beach, you observe the waves and you glide with the waves. That is the level of effortless rhythms of grace. Now you don't have to paddle. You just glide. Are you with me? That's what I'm trying to describe. That's what I'm trying. This is what made the Bible people so powerful. Not that they were prayerful. In the first, see, oh Jesus. Let me now give some examples. The greatest secret of power is purpose. Before prayer, before fasting, before all those mysteries, purpose. Please, what did I call it? See, sir. You know, there are some sermons that will lead to more frustration. There are some men of God, if you pray and fast to be like, you will just die, and you will never be like them. Because at the end of the day, There is a way you will push. You will now realize that there are some people God gave. Then you will calm down. Go and study well. Study the people God has used. Study people like William Branham. At the age of 8, he was playing, not praying. Oh, he was what? He was playing in the woods and he saw an angel. The angel said, the Lord said, from today, anybody who looks at you and believes you are a prophet, you will know everything about them supernaturally, and if they are sick, they will be healed. That is how he began to function in what you call forensic prophet. See, the videos are still available. You should probably go and check. When you stand in front of him, he will just ask you a simple question. Do you believe I'm a prophet of God? If you say yes, he will tell you your address, your name. He will do an x-ray, everything wrong in your body. And he will lay hands on you and you are healed. I am here to tell you, prayer and fasting sustains it, but he did not give it. See, I'm making life easy for you. Many men of God may not have taught you this, but because they don't understand it. It took me a while to understand it too. You need to understand, it is not of he that wills. Do you know what that means? There are some things, no matter how hard you work, you cannot press into them. This is something about hard work you probably never noticed. If it is not given to you, it is not given to you, sir. Have you seen a gifted man before? All the general rules apply, but purpose trumps everything. That Samson, he's disobeying God. Then he will just wake up, stretch like this, carry the gate of the city on his back, climb up a hill. Your life shouldn't be this hard. You have not just aligned yourself. Again, I'm telling you, the soldier stood in front of Joshua, and Joshua said, whose side are you on? Are you for us or against us? I'm not on yours. God is not on your side. He's not on your side. God is God-centered. If you align to his plan, it becomes easy. Everybody who aligned to God became powerful. Powerful. That was their secret. And when you understand this, it will eradicate competition instantly. Because when you discover what God has given you, nobody can take it. Do you understand what I'm saying? In this era that has idolized hard work, there are some people that they came into their inheritance in the place of prayer, in the place of the prophetic, where God tells Abraham, lift up your head now and see. As far as your eyes can see, I will give you. This is not a business plan. This is a prophetic promise. Are you getting what I'm saying? How did Abraham respond? He built an altar. When you build an altar, it's done. So when you go into the day and Lot is fighting with you, you tell Lot, you want it, take it. Because you know that nobody can take what God has given you.
I believe you have been blessed by this message. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. God bless you.